Pelvic press is a really lovely exercise to strengthen the hamstrings, the glutes, and then stretch the spine. So I often feel like we are doing our own chiropractic adjustment on a traction table. So some of the elements I want to point out here is that the arms are down by my side, but you could also have them out to a T, whatever is comfortable. Legs can be together or separate. Together is sometimes easier because you have feedback to know exactly where your legs are so the knees don't go wider than the ankles, but then it can also be harder on the flexibility in the back. So I generally, and as well, myself and my clients, have the feet sit bone distance apart just to kind of have a neutral position. So we are going to focus on having the butt belly contraction where the sit bones go together and the low belly pulls in to cause a pelvic tilt first so that we press the low back into the floor on the way up. On the way down, we're going to traction the spine by pulling the sit bones towards the knees before we roll down. So it's a little bit of a hamstring activation, and you should feel your body slide down the mat just a bit when you do that exercise or that portion of the exercise. If you have tight hamstrings or you spasm easily, you may spasm with the hamstring pull. So if you want to avoid that uncomfortable cramp, go ahead and just go up and down throughout the exercise. Begin in a supine position, knees bent, feet flat on the floor, hip distance apart or legs together. Arms down by your side or to a T. Make a butt belly contraction, drawing the tailbone off the floor, peeling the spine up until you have a diagonal between the knee, hip, and shoulder. Inhale, pull your sit bones towards your knees, and then exhale, roll the spine down one vertebra at a time until the tailbone touches the floor. We're going to go right back up, a full breath, inhaling and exhaling as we make the butt belly contraction, peeling the pelvis up, the low back, and the ribs, finding that diagonal line between the knee, hip, and shoulder. The throat is relaxed. Inhale, pull with the hamstrings, bringing the sit bones closer to the knees, and then exhale as you peel down one vertebra at a time until the tailbone is down. We're going to do two more. Butt belly contraction pulls the abdominals in, tilts the tailbone off the floor as we peel the pelvis, the low back, the ribs, all the way up until we're pressed on our shoulders and we pause. Inhale, pull the sit bones towards the knees, tractioning the spine, and then exhale to roll down one vertebra at a time through the low back and the pelvis and a pause. Butt belly contraction as we curl up again, pulling the sit bones together, tilting the tailbone to the ceiling, rolling each vertebra up until we find that diagonal between knee, hip, and shoulder. Inhale, drag the sit bones towards the knees, and then exhale, roll the spine down onto the floor.